Hi Teresa. I was making some short videos and I had more to say, and I also really liked the lighting and the place that I picked. I just sat down in the grass because I was on my walk and I was feeling a little overwhelmed, and so here we are. Basically, I wanted to talk about the frustration that I get when I feel overwhelmed from remembering everything at once. It's like a flood of not even memories of like my past. That also happens, and that's kind of another phenomenon that I'll probably talk about in my videos at some point. But when I remember everything that I intend to do, everything that I want to do, everything that I have on my mind, all my projects, all my like responsibilities, like and just my goals, stuff that pertains to my longer goals, silly stuff like paperwork, like paperwork from work, or like depositing checks, or like paying bills, or having like, doing insurance paperwork and stuff like that. Like yeah, it gets so overwhelming when all of that stuff, as well as like my craft projects that I want to work on, my other creative projects that I want to work on, like other video ideas that I might have, and I want to go for a walk, I want to do PT, I want to clean my kitchen, I want to clean my room, I want to organize this, I want to look for this. I have so many things on my mind that I want to do in general. I want to, I was talking to my roommates yesterday about going to the grocery store today, so we're going to do that. But like just everything that piles up, even like projects around the house of just stuff that I want to organize, and it feels so overwhelming, especially in the mornings, because I don't know what to do first, and it's really hard to prioritize. And basically what I decided when I was kind of making these short videos just talking about the frustration and the overwhelm is that I want to start watching these videos in the morning for one, because I'll admit I haven't actually been watching these very much. When I do watch them, it's kind of out of curiosity, and a lot of times I click off because it's a little embarrassing, or it makes me nervous, or like I think too much about what people will watch the video, what people will think if they watch the video and they're not me, because I make these videos directed for me and geared for me, but I post them publicly so that if they can help other people, they can help other people. So then I get too self-aware, too self-conscious of like, oh, like what are people gonna think when they see this? What are people gonna think about me, about my ideas? Is it gonna make sense? Does it, like, blah, 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 all of that fun, stupid stuff. And so I'm trying to like release the observer and allow myself to watch these videos as I intended them, to accommodate myself. And it's also hard because when I watch the videos, sometimes it doesn't help me like that much with what I want to do going forward, what I want to do next. It can feel like a good recap, or definitely it makes me laugh and feel better. And it helps me to feel that I'm taking care of myself by speaking gently with myself and saying kind words and encouraging myself and reminding myself that it's okay when I forget, and that there's good ways to remember, and that I do have the ability to have like a cohesive day-to-day experience. And I want to watch these in the mornings, and I want to try to include some like discussion of what I want to do the next day, so that I have an idea of what I was thinking of yesterday, and I might remember some projects that I forgot, Oh, and I do want to make a list, a physical list, but in the videos I want to refer to the list. That way it keeps the list fresh in my mind. If I like read something off of the list every day or look at the list every day in my video, then it'll help me to keep a continuous running list instead of making a list every time I have the memory flood, which is like what I describe as being the opposite of amnesia, like, or it feels like the sensation of having like reverse amnesia almost, where it's like suddenly I remember all the things at once instead of having them spread out or balanced, or you know, special times for certain things, like or you know, I think a lot of people, like, the memory triggers happen through the day, like, oh, if you are, I can't even think of like a good example, but it's like, oh, maybe you're talking to someone, like, and you're eating breakfast, and then as soon as you're done eating breakfast, you have a memory trigger of like a project that you wanted to work on next. Something as simple as that, where ADHD can just like distract you and move you on to something else. Like some people who don't have ADHD or don't struggle with like neurodivergent memory, you know, shifts or distraction shifts, like they would just think like, okay, great, I finished my breakfast, now I can move on to the thing I was planning to do, which was this project that I started yesterday or a week ago or whatever, or this is something that's been on my mind from 2 weeks ago that I didn't finish that I wanted to do, you know, something like that. Yeah, I think that would help me balance out my experience more so that I don't get so overwhelmed all of a sudden and feel like, oh my gosh, I have to find a way to do everything today when I remember it, or I have to find a way to record it in a way that will like actually last, you know, because when I write a list, am I talking a million miles a minute? I'm not sure. Sorry. But, if I make a list, I get overwhelmed by the list because it's so big and there's so much on there that I want to do and I don't know how to prioritize. And then if I pick something off the list, you know, a few times a day for a few days, then after that I will forget. And that is a bummer. So I think that if I do keep a running list, but I talk about it in my videos each day, and then I watch my videos in the morning, especially like over breakfast or when I'm deciding what to do, or when I have a free moment, like if I get distracted in the morning doing stuff with my roommates, then later in the day when I have a free moment and I'm feeling like, oh, this would be a good time to like check in with my video yesterday and see what it was that I wanted to do. I think that would help a lot, and then I could have better follow through with my projects. Like I said, like creative projects, but also like just projects around the house and everything like that. So I think that's what I'm going to start doing. And I also want to hold on. Hi. Okay, welcome to my secret second location. That didn't go how I planned, but you know, you're making a video in the grass, what are you gonna do? Some people came by and were nearby, and it just made me feel a little too watched. So, so here I am. I pretty much wanted to end out my video. I pretty much wanted to wrap things up. Anyway, the lighting is actually better over here, isn't it? I mean, I guess it depends. It depends what you're looking for. The sun was a little glaring in the last spot. So anyways, that's what I'm going to try next. I'm trying new things every day to accommodate my memory fun. It's weird because like when you think of amnesia, you think like, oh, you just like don't remember anything, you don't remember who you are, you don't remember, you know, your memories, like a big, you know, like a big chunk, even like, oh, if you have amnesia from a certain time, you think like, oh, that whole time is just like wiped out. And yeah, some people experience it that sure, like I think I don't know, but I experience it on a much more like day-to-day basis, where little things like slip through the cracks so much, and like and it's hard for me to keep track of myself. Even like I don't know, yeah, just short term, mid-term, long term, it happens in like different ways. So yeah, I think this was really productive, and I'm gonna end it right here. I hope you have fun remembering this. If there's any non-me people watching, I hope that it helps, or at least it's entertaining or pretty. And I hope you have a great day, and you take care of yourself. Be gentle.